Okay, so the last time we all connected to our data through Microsoft Excel, right? So you can decide to do that, which is you click on Microsoft Excel here because we have different data set that you can data type that you can connect to. So we see it here. We can connect to Microsoft Excel. We can connect to a text file. We can connect to a JSON file. We can connect to a Microsoft Access file. We can connect to a PDF file, a spatial file, and a statistical file. But the data I sent to you was in Excel. That was why we connected through Excel. So you can just click on Excel, right? And connect to this data. So the data that I'm looking at, somewhere I downloaded it and someone there. So the sample data, this is the one we are working with. So I can just click on it and click on open, right? That's because I have not, this is a new system. My system crashed sometime last week. So I'm using a new system now. So I don't have that data that I have now on it. But, we also saved on Tableau Public, right? So we can access that file that we have on Tableau Public. So far, we have not changed the location of where our file was. This sample superstore. You know how if you are working with a file and you change the location of the file that you are working with, your system will not see the file because you have changed the location of the file. So that kind of thing happens in Tableau because it's connecting to the file live. It's connecting, it's a live connection. So if you change the location of that file, it will be looking for the file. It will not know where the file is. So if you change the location, it will not see the file. So always be mindful of that. I'm not going to connect to this, right? I'm not going to connect. I'm going to try to show you what I mean. So this is a way to connect, right? But if I cancel this, I can also connect to my Tableau Public, right? And the way to go about that is to go to File. You would click on Open from Tableau Public. So when I click on this, it will automatically tell me to log in into my Tableau Public. So I would go there, put in my email address that I used to register. So if you are then I put in my password, right? And I say sign in. I put the wrong password. Sorry about that. So I click on sign in. So it would take me to a place where it shows me all the files that I have saved on my Tableau Public. I think I saved that file with sample. So I can click on that sample and open. When I click on the sample and open, it takes me to the file on Tableau Public, the one that I saved. That's the one we worked on. So does everybody have this?
I do.
Yeah. So yeah, are we all here?
No, I'm not here.
Didn't you save your file last week?
I think I lost my files. I can't even find my last work.
Didn't you save it on Tableau Public?
I saved it, but I don't know what's happening. I can't find it.
On Tableau Public?
Yes, because I said I'm trying to open from Tableau Public, and it says I don't have any work saved. I should try to publish one.
That means you didn't publish it the last time. I showed us how to publish. So I think what will happen is you would have to go, you have to refer to the last video we did. You have to do all this again, right? And then you do what we have done. So for today, for the purpose of today, I think you should first connect to the file, right? For the purpose of today, connect to the file and you just follow the class. I'll just give us, for all of us that don't have this, I'll give us like 5 minutes to connect to our file and set up, right? So, and
Okay.
I'll continue from there. But
So we should
yeah, you said?
open from Excel.
Yeah.
Okay. I think mine's open already.
So you open from Excel, you join the file, yeah, and yeah, who is not here again? Who has any challenge? Since no one is talking, I want to assume everybody is fine. Yeah. So I would go to a new sheet, and in the new sheet.
No,
Yeah.
I want to open the Excel now. I'm in the same space with the other lady.
Yeah, don't you know how to open the Excel? I'll just quickly show us again, just for the purpose of those that are behind. But I would advise you go and check the video, go through the video step by step. It's self-explanatory, right? So all you do is come here, click on Microsoft Excel, go to where that file that you downloaded is. For me on my system, it's under download, it's under Telegram desktop, and it's here. This is the sample store dataset. And all I'll just do is click on what? Open. When I click on open, it will open the file. Now the file that we used was orders, right? What I want to do is drag that orders into this space, this canvas. When I drop it there, it brings out the file on it, right? And then it has loaded the file. And what I want to do next is what? Is come to a new sheet. When I click on a new sheet, I have everything. I will not go through the hierarchy, but normally what you are supposed to do is now create hierarchy. So you are supposed to create an hierarchy for region. Or like, I didn't call it region, I called it location. So I'll create, and because we have a place here that says region, so I will not use region, I'll use location. So we have location. So city is under location. What we talked about, what is under a city is inside a state, so a state will be on top of the city. We have country here, Abi. Country is somewhere around. So state is inside country, so country will be on top, right? So I think that's how we did our hierarchy the last time. And what do we put under city? We put what? Postal code. Because it is country, state, city, then postal code. Then we did another category again. We did another hierarchy again. We did for category. So if I do category, we can say create another hierarchy. We can say item or items. That's what we are selling, right? We can put that category and we can have a subcategory underneath it. So this is our item. Under it, we can categorize that too, right? Then we have some things that we might not need that I removed. I think I removed the role ID, right? I can hide that. There are so many visualizations we can create, but like we have shipment mode, shipment date, and order date. That is probably the date that they order. So maybe, for example, you want to know the duration between the period of order and shipment, right? And all those things. We can, or shipment mode. What mode of shipment did they use for, or what mode of shipment is most used by the company? We can find out all these things using all this data. But our story is looking at what? It's not looking at those things, it's looking at sales and profit. So this data is enough for you to play around with. You have enough things that you can play around with this data, right? So if you are just starting, you should have this. You should be able to I've just done a quick download, a quick recap of what we did to set up our sheets for our first class, right? So I would stop at that. and I will continue. I want to believe that all of us is here now. Yeah? Are we all here?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, we are here. We are here.
Yes, we're here.
Thank you. So I'll just close that. I'm not going to say that. So now we are looking at, what are we looking at? We're looking at region. What region makes the most sales per segment? So we have what? We have sales. So what I can do is I can bring sales onto rows, and it tells me the amount of sales that the company is making. So we have the sales. You know, I told you, I said that sales is based on, how would I put it? When you put sales, Tableau, what Tableau does is what it aggregates everything on that row. Okay, let me just quickly show us something. Now I will just open it. I think why this is not running on my just give me a moment. Highlight all this, and I'll just show you a quick. So if I highlight all this and I come to insert, this. I don't know why this is doing. Why I cannot? Okay, I don't know why I cannot highlight anything here. Okay.
I think the file is on protected view.
You said what?
I think the file is on protected view.
No, I've removed it now.
It's showing it on there, sir.
So I really don't know what's going on right now. But okay, I just wanted to, at the moment I don't even know how to change this because I don't know why it's doing this. So it's because I can't edit it. What I just want to show us was I wanted to show us that if you look at these fields now, okay, what I can do is this. I can click on this, then I write that. Then I say, okay, yeah. So okay, yeah, I'll just do this quickly. So I'll go to insert now. I'll just create a pivot table in a new worksheet, right? So now what I want to do is I want to have on my sales, right? So I have sales.
Sir, I don't know how you get to this area, sir.
Oh, you don't need to know. Why I just want to show us something. I just want to show us something quickly. So I just want to show us something. Say for example, I put this on our Okay. What I wanted to do is, okay, I've gotten what I was. So what I want to do is I want to show the sum of the sale. So we can see sales, and we can see the sum. What we have, like 2,297,200.86, right? So if I come to my tableau here, if I don't know why it is showing you see it has what what do you call it? It has given us the nearest whole number, because I have changed in my settings. I put it that you should put it in 0 decimal place. So it's not showing the decimal place. So if you go to Excel now, we can see it. When you round this up to the nearest whole number, it's going to be 2297201, because we take 8 and we turn it to 1 and we add it to this, right? So that is what Tableau does. It adds your column. It adds your column, or you can also name it as field. So it adds your column and field. So now when I say this story that I gave you, you're supposed to do it in 2 sections, right? I'm sorry. This story I gave you, if I was going to answer it, I will answer it in 2 sections. That's the story. So I want to first know what region makes the most amount of sales. So for us to know that, I will carry region. Where is region? So the region is this. I'll carry region and put it on column. So it has to, from here I can see the region that makes the most amount of sales. So I would put it in ascending or descending. So we know that the West is making the most amount of sales. I can decide to, if we put the sales and region, now we know, and we have what the next thing we did was we put it in descending order, so we sorted it by order, the order of either descending or ascending. So to be able to visualize it, right? So I can see here that is West that is making the amount of sales. To make it more interesting, I can take the region and place it on color. When I place it on color, what does it do? It gives it it assigns different color to it. To make it more interesting, right, like we did the last time, I can go to color and edit my color and say, okay, let it go from let's see, what's that? Is it let's see. Let's go from green to gold. I can decide to do that. And I can say, okay, assign palette. So I can apply it. So but I really don't like this. What I can do is I can also go and assign, like this kind of color. I can assign palettes and I can apply. So different colors. If, for example, in your company, you have colors, in the company you're working with, they have colors per region. Maybe in the West they use color, let us say in the West they use color blue, navy blue. You can click on this West and assign the color to it, blue, navy blue, just like I assigned. Maybe in the East they use color red. We apply red to that. Maybe in the Central they use what's this, purple. And maybe in South they use yellow. I assign yellow and I'll apply everything. So I have assigned the color as I wanted, as I wanted to apply it. So we can edit the color, right? So now we know that the region that concerns us now, that is making the most amount of sale, is the West, isn't it? So we want to find out things about the West, not the East, not the Central, not the South, the West, right? Are we all here? Do we all understand what I'm saying so far?
Yes.
Yes.
So a lot of you did the visualization together. Now I'm kind of breaking it down so that the stakeholder can see. When they first see, okay, which region is making the most amount of profit? Okay, West. right? We can now go and look into west. Of course, there are so many things that are going to be going on in the east. They can ask you, like, you can want to find out, like, why is south low? Tell us, why is south low? That's another thing that you can go and find out on your own. You can work on later on after the class. Now, why is south low? You can create a story for yourself if you want to. But for this class, we are looking at west. Now, why is west high and what is going on in the west? Right. So we want to name this sheet. We want to name it sales per region. So we have named this sales per. So we want to create another sheet, which is we want to find out what's happening in the west. Right. That region of the west in terms of the segment. Because we have another thing that is talking about segments. Now, if we look at this data on Excel, you can see that segment is saying whether customer, whether corporate, whether office, So you have 3 types of segment, basically: customer, corporate, and office. Right. So naturally, if I come to this new sheet, I say, okay, and I put this new sheet as I want to name, I say most sales in, I say region with most sales per segment. That's what I'm titling this as, region with most sales per segment, right? So I want to find out what's going on in the west because it's the west that concerns us. So I can come here, I can pick region. I can put it on the column. I can pick sales and put it on the column. It's showing us the same thing, right? Now, it's showing us the same thing now. Now, I want to now know the segments. So I look for segments. I put it in front of region. So it breaks down the segment like this. But it's east that concerns me now. I don't want the west. I don't want it's west that concerns me. I don't want the east. I don't want the central. I don't want the south. This is what concerns me. This is the only thing I want to see. Then we have what they call filters. So we'll be using one of these options right here. So I can go here and are we all here now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, I can go here now and put in something that, okay, I want to filter something. Right? So I can go in here, I can say, region, come here, I want to filter you. Now, I don't want to, you can see, so we have the select, it's showing west, south, east, and central. I can decide to remove south, east, and central. And say what? Apply. So what am I saying? Trust that, please. This is one way to go about it. This is one way to go about it. Another time we'll be looking further into these functions, right? Because you can have we can go further and be looking into this these options, right? Because Tableau, what you can have a situation where you have all of it, and on the board I have a parameter that I can be picking. I can say, oh, go to west, go to east, go to south, show only central. Because it's a visualization board, right? We should be able to interact with it. But this one is not on the dashboard. This is within the sheet. But just for this purpose, because we are doing it gradually so that we can all understand and comprehend everything easily. I don't want to jump the ship. So what we do is we are showing west. So we are dealing with west. So I will pick just only the west, right? We also have some other options here. Yes.
I'm lost.
You are lost.
Yes.
Where did you get lost?
Filter.
Filter. Okay, I will just cancel this. remove this. What I did was I picked on region and I dropped it inside filter.
Okay.
When I dropped it inside filter, I brought out this dialog box. So this dialog box, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to because it's West that concerns me. We have already checked it here. We see it's West that I want to deal with. So we are coming here now. It's West that I want to deal with. So all I'm just doing is I'm dealing with West. So I'll just use this filter to deal with West. Right. So what I do, I bring region, I put on filter, I remove this, and I click on apply. And what does it do? It shows me West. So in this West now, I can still go further to break down this segment into colors. All I just have to do is take segments and put it in the color. And what does it do? It assigns colors to them. So now I have these two things that is highlighting the sales per region and it's aligning the sales per segment. Now we can decide, because this is automatic, right? We can decide that we want to use different kind of what's it called? Different kind of visualization. With the show me dialog here, it gives you like example of types that you can use. Because for this purpose, because it's not so many, like the things that I show is not so many, you can decide to use a pie chart. I'm just showing that as an example. You can click on pie chart, it has shown a pie chart. You can, what else does he show? It shows table. You can have a table showing it. You can have this. These are the options that it's giving us. And that's this other option is giving us. It's giving us this option. It's giving us this option. We used that option before. It's giving us the trimmer, this option. What other option is it giving us? This one is not so, you can't like visualize it like that, but yeah, it's giving us an option. This another option. This another option. Right. So, but which one of it best, describes what we are talking about is what we are going to use as, to describe the situation. So I've gone around all these different dialog boxes, right? So you can decide to pick any one of them. Because I've used this one, I will come and use this for this, and I would close this. And what I'll just do is just assign color to it for my own visualization. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll just assign color to this. I would pick on the segment, I'll give it color, and I assign the color to it. And this is the visualization I want to use. Does anyone have any question in regards to what we have done so far up until now?
Sorry, I was going to ask, why did you settle? Maybe I missed it. Settle for this visualization.
I'm just playing around. I'm just picking anyone because we have this one before, and I decided to pick this one.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not. It's up to you to decide what you want to use.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So I will just play around with some of the editing here, just for us to understand some things. So I think I showed you how to edit tooltips the last class. I'm not so sure. Did I? Did I show us how to edit tooltips?
Yes, you did.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, so we have the size. Oh, yeah, so we have the size. What does the size do? It adjusts the size. It adjusts the size of what's it called? Of our
Bar.
yeah, it adjusts the size of the bar, but I want to even say it in terms of you might have different kind of representation. So it adjusts it adjusts, how am I saying adjust this? It adjusts the size of in this case the bar. But what I'm trying to say is I'm talking of would I say is it annotation or I don't know what it's called. But if for example we have a line graph there, let's say this is a line, what this size will adjust is the size of the line. Can you see? The bigger the line, the more I increase it, the bigger the line is, right? So that's what I'm trying to explain. So for this case, you can use this to adjust the bar. So if you want your bar to be big, you can. If you want your bar to be small, it can't be small. So whatever you want to do, you can edit it the way you feel like. Now I'll just quickly do this quick editing. I'll just format this. No, not this. I'll go to the axis, and what I want to do is I want to fix this. I feel like this is too much, right? So what I'll just do is I will go to fixed. I want the interval to be 5,000. So all I have is just one tick, right? And I close. It's up to you, right? It's up to you to determine. You can decide that your origin, you don't want it to start from 0. But no, every time you are doing anything, any visualization or anything, you must make sure that whatever you are comparing, everything must start from the same base map. Like if you are starting from 0, if you are starting from 10, you must start from 10. If you are starting from 20, you must start from 20. Right. So for this one, I'll just leave it as 0. So now I'll just close it. Right. So and we are dealing with what do you call it, currency. So I want to change the currency, right? And I want to remove the decimal. So I change currency, I change it to pounds. So you can see it has changed to pounds. But sorry, I'll just do one more editing here. So for the unit, I want it to be in thousand, right? So I'll put it in thousands. So it is pounds in thousands. So I can still decide to do a little formatting and just change the font. I would not use because I'm big. I like to play around with my font, so I download a lot of fonts on my system. So some of the fonts I have you might not have. So yeah, so we want to remove the region that is here. We don't need it, so we can hide that. We also want to remove these cells that is on the side. We know that that is what we are dealing with. And remove it. Then this line here, this line, we want to remove it. We don't want to see it. We want it to be clean. Right. So we can go here. And it says one of these that I'll be dealing with this 0 line, let's see, axis. So it's 0. So the other axis, so we want to, I think it's the roll axis. So we change the column axis. That is changed. 0 line. So we have removed the grid. So you see that it's clean now. It's totally clean. So yeah, so we can still further edit this, right? So I'll just give you guys that assignment to further work, try and edit your work. You can, I would say, Tableau gives you a lot of what do you call it? It gives you a lot of yes, it can give you a lot of option to edit, and because editing is what gives your work beauty. Of course, you want to do the right work. You want to show your stakeholders insights, but also you want it to be fun. You want your work to be attractive, right? Because that's what attracts them to your work, and that's what makes you like a good analyst. So yeah, you have something that is visually aesthetic, and also it shows them the information that they want. So so you can go on to do those editing. We can also decide to label, because some people are big on, I want to know the amount of sale that is being made here. So we can include that in the label. So I know I've shown you how to label because someone did the label. So so you can bring the sales and put it on the label marks. So it brings out the amount of money. But then again, you can edit that That's for the sales. So what you want to do is click on the field, go to sales, and edit the sales. Let it be in currency. So you can remove the mark, you can put it in thousands, you can leave the currency there and just click. So it brings out, so we know the currency. Right. Same thing we can do to this other visualization. All the same thing that we did to the first visualization, we can do that to this visualization. Right. But for this one, I want to remove this. I don't think I need this. I don't think it's just, I don't think I need that too. I can remove the label field. Right. And I can do, some other formatting like we did earlier on. I can come here and format this and include the currency, right? With 0 currency, I will make it thousands, and the currency is there. So I will click out. Then I can edit the marks and give it the spacing that we gave the other one. Okay, let me leave this at let me use 300 instead for this one, for this interval. So give this one 300 and we can see. So we can decide to put their label in front of it like we did in the last one, which is I brought in the sales and I put it on the label and I put the amount. And I can still go there to edit it, right? Just like, and format it rather, just like we did last time. I'll just come here, click on sales and format custom, remove the decimal tally and put this in thousands. So we can see that, in the West, the most sale. So region most sale, that's the West. So this is what the segments are like. So I can still, the other editing I can still, further edit this. And maybe in terms of the plane, removing all these things I don't like, all these lines I don't like to see. So I can further remove those lines. And so there's no line there again now. So what I'm saying is that I don't like to see this. I want to remove the sales there. So I remove that too. Right. In fact, I don't even want to see anything, right? Because it's already labeled, we already have it, so we don't even need that mark. Right. So you can still go on to further edit this. So this is so with this, we can have this side by side, which is explaining your story. So you can have this visualization and this visualization, and a short note explaining this, and a short note explaining this in your work. Now, if we come to our, what's it called? If you come down to our story, where's the story? So if we come down to this story, so I want to assume that we have done this story now, right? So if we come down to our story, we say region per profit and category. Now, with the most profit by category. Now we can still go through the same route, region, profit, and category, just like we did for this. Rather than having that monotonous visual that you had, right? So I can say, let me see if is it possible to move this? Yes, possible. Yeah. So what I can do is I can duplicate this instead of making it again, and I'll move it to the front, and I'll rename it. And I'll say profit per region. Profit per region. Then I can close this. Are we all here? Yeah. Let's get here, then I'll continue. Or does anybody have any questions so far?
Yes, please, I have a question.
Okay. Who you can shoot?
Yes, please. Okay, so for the question you just answered now,
Yeah.
is it possible to, with this representation that is on your screen,
Yeah.
you just take the, I think this is the segment. You just take the segment and put it on the detailed card or detailed bar, I don't know what it's called. Then on each bar, it differentiates it into the different segments instead of having two bar charts. Does that still work?
Like so you are saying this one that I had before, right? I'm trying to understand your question. So this is what we
Yes.
have done, right? So what are you saying
Yes.
that we should do?
So you take the segment
Okay.
from here and place it on this detailed, no, on
Where?
the detail, the card.
Detail.
Yes.
Let's see what it does.
Can you represent it like this?
Is it telling you anything? Can
When
you can you, like, yeah, you are seeing it, like you can decide. I can decide to bring segments. I want to carry you along with what you're saying. It has broken the amount into segments. We can still go and say segments, put it on color. So it has assigned different colors to the segments.
Yes.
So we can have a visualization like this if you want to. But
Okay.
is it as clear as having to?
No, it's not.
So
Because that's what I did. So I just wanted, and I was not here from the beginning. So I just wanted to be sure.
yeah, you can do this. Yeah. You can do this if you want to. But is it really telling, or you can have this visualization, right? And have the other one. So it's like
Okay.
saying, okay, this is what it looks like, but this is a clearer version of it.
Okay.
Because it's saying the same thing, blue is this yellow and red. So it's blue, yellow, and red.
Okay.
So that's a good question.
So
Thank you.
I wanted to ask,
Okay.
can I?
Yeah,
Yes, mine, I'm having my currency, one of them in the highest one, the 363. I'm having it inside the bar.
Yeah.
While the other two are on top of it. I don't know, maybe I did something wrong, or how can I, if I want to put it on?
You can move it.
Oh, okay. It's movable.
It's moving. So what I did was I was just I click on it once, and it will bring out this, this move, and you click on that, you click on it and drag it. Click, drag, that's that thing. So any more question?
So I'm dragging it, it's not even going up.
Do you want to
It's moving, but I can't put it on. I think my segment is covering it, so maybe.
yeah, sometimes when you have I don't know what you have done. So do you want to share? Let's see what you have done.
Maybe I'm not logged on my laptop. So I'm logged in on my phone and then I'm working with my laptop.
Henceforth, it's good to yeah, it's good to have your logged in on your laptop sometimes, so that when you want to share your screen, all you just do is reduce your volume, like you mute completely on your laptop, so that it doesn't interfere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Shegu is raising his hand. Do you want to ask a question?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for the lecture, sir. My question is, unlike the work we are doing now, we already have the file, which is the superstore superstore files, Excel file.
Yeah.
But I just want to ask, aside from this data set,
Okay.
Can this tableau be used for any Excel work, maybe sorting or some other things, or is it a particular work or job? Can we use it to do on Excel? Thank you.
Okay. I'll just show you something quickly. So this is something I would send you a link that you guys, something that is free that you guys should, it would be good for you guys, for everybody to go through that course. It's just a short course explaining what Tableau is, what it accepts, and why you use Tableau, right? So I will just give you a simple explanation to your question. So I want to create a table right now. I would go down here. I'll create a table. On this table, I want to merge these cells, and I want to name it Ayafemi Poultry Farms, right? And I want to
Are you guys
say,
discuss?
you say what? So I want to say, this is Ayo and Femi's farm, and I want to divide these groups. I want to merge these files again. I want to go further. I want to say poultry animals. I want to say poultry house. And I want to say workers. Right. So I'll just add one more cell. Like this. Then I still want to go further to break it down. Now, under the poultry animals, we have pullets. We have broilers. We have on the poultry house, we have pen house, and on the other one we have let me just call that open house. There is a name for it. Okay, let me just put the name. Deep data house. Right. Then the worker we have what's it called? Let me just break it down as skilled and semi skilled. Now, you see this table now that we have done now. It talks about Ayo and Femi poultry farms. It tells you the poultry animals they have. They have two types. They have pullets and broilers. It tells you the poultry house that they have. They have pen house. They have deep data. So for the pullets, it say, okay, this is it tells you detail. Now the skilled, the type of workers they have skilled and not. Let's not say even say semi-skilled. They have skilled and unskilled. They have skilled and unskilled. So they have skilled and unskilled. So this data now is a table, right? But this data, if you take it to Tableau, will Tableau accept it? Can anybody answer?
Sorry, the question again, please.
If I put in values here, say I put in values.
Yeah.
Let's say I put in values here.
Yeah.
And values everywhere. Will Tableau accept this?
Yes.
To me, I would say no.
Okay. Why did you say no? And why did you say no?
Well, I don't know, but if we look at the, please can we see the Tableau interface, please? I mean the Tableau interface.
Tableau interface.
Yes. If when we first opened this Tableau, you were saying something the other time that we have some type of file that Tableau do accept, Excel, PDF, like that. But there I couldn't see what I didn't see what file there. So I don't think that's why it's not listed there. Maybe to accept it or not. That's why I said no.
I think you are correct, but you are wrong on your answer. And the person that said yes is wrong. So that's what I was trying to explain to you now. You see, Tableau will not accept this because Tableau reads file based on columns. So in this place now, we have created how many column name? This is one column name. Femi and Ayo and Femi Poultry House. That's one column name. Another column name is Poultry House, Poultry Animals. Another column name is Pullets and Broilers under Poultry Animals. And Poultry Animals, Poultry House, and workers are under one. Ayo and Femi Poultry Farm. Now, if you look at this data that we have loaded on Tableau, you can see each of them has a name. They have something that they represent. So that's why Tableau reads information as what? It reads information as in terms of column. And in Tableau, it is called what? Field. So if I come and I click on, you see this edit? You see it as field. What field? Fields. So field is the same as column. These are your fields. Customer ID is a field, customer name is a field, country is a field, state is a field, city is a field, postal code is a field, other date is a field, and so on and so forth, all the way down. And you can see there's a line that divides the blue ones and the green ones. I told you, I said these blue ones are the ones that are in dimension. They are what? Qualitative data. The ones that are green are what? Quantitative data. They are called what? Measures. And they are because you can be aggregated. You can add them. Right. So that is what I'm trying to explain to you. So Tableau, it can analyze it has a wide range of data. If you have the original Tableau, that's the Tableau desktop, right? You would see a lot of things that you can connect your Tableau to. It has wide range, up to over 100 that you can connect, over 100 type of data set that you can connect it to. If you have that. I had that on my other system, but that's crashed, so I can't show you. I would have shown you. So that, and if you download a trial version, you can see it yourself, right? So that as regards to that. So now I will go to the profit now. So I would send you that data set. Sorry, it's not the data set, the link. I think I sent it to Grace. I'm not sure. I think I sent it to Grace. I'm not sure. If not, if I did not send it to Grace, I will send it to you. Yeah. Did I send it to you?
No, it was on the chat during the call.
So that means I put it on the chat, right?
Yes, on the not the group chat, the call chat.
Okay, the one I had with you. Did you copy it?
With what's his name? I think I did.
Okay. So if
I'm not sure.
okay.
It was just you said I think you showed me where it was on Tableau public.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
If you can check and try, if you can't find it, reach out to me, then I'll give it to you. But if you go through that, it's maybe like 1 hour to 2 hours lesson. Just go through it. You understand what data, what does it do? That in fact, I think the course is called data literacy. So it makes you understand data. It explains to you all these numeric not numeric statistical model, what they mean. This one, it explains to you what it means, box and whiskers. It explains to you how to read it. It explains to you the bubble pack. It explains all these things to you and where to use them. Right. So you guys should, try to. There's little I can teach you in class because our time is short and everything is, yeah. So, and you have to, try to lay your hand on this resource. My own is to teach you and show you these resources, and that's what I'm doing. So, yeah, and the reward, when someone shows you something, you don't see the value, but when you find it yourself, it's more rewarding. So, I would employ us to, try to take all this. I also sent some people, maybe a couple of people, maybe like 2 people, a link where they can find data sets, where they can constantly, where you get data set every week that you can work with, and that data set you can publish it on a Tableau Public and share it on Twitter with someone that will review it live on YouTube. Or if you are not there live, then you see the recorded video.
You're talking about Makeover Monday.
Thank you very much. So I shared that with a couple of you. And I don't know if I put it in the group chat, but yeah. So my own is just to show you all this information. And yeah. So
Mr. Ayo,
yeah.
because can you send it again?
Yes, can you please say it again?
Who replied me now? Someone replied me now. Who replied me now? Who mentioned me?
I did.
Who is that? Who's that? What's your name?
Samuel.
Samuel. Okay, Samuel, please put it in the chat for them.
Right.
Okay.
I
Yeah, thank
agree.
you. So don't hold me old Samuel. So let's move on quickly. So we'll move to profits. So I want to believe that we understand what's going on here. So I'll just remove some from here. I rather I'll now put profits there. So I want to believe you understand what happened there. Do we understand what happened there? Please tell me yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So I just click on descending. So I arrange it. So it's still West that is making the most profits. Why? So we can decide to, duplicate this, just like we did the last one, and name it most region with region with the most profits. This time category. When you are creating a visualization, you want to make it as simple as possible for your stakeholders to be able to read it. You don't want it to be difficult for them to read. When they see it, they say that they understand what you are talking about. You want to believe that they are not skilled in that line of work. Their own is, they have the money and they want to invest, right? So you are the specialist, and whatever you are showing them, it has to be as simple as possible. It has to be as simple and as brief as possible, because we want to believe the stakeholder, they don't have more than 5 minutes, 10 minutes to make decisions, right? So we want to make it as simple as possible for them to be able to see, for them to be able to, highlight what is important. So we have the profits. This is the profits per region, right? So, and the question, the story here is saying the most profits by category. That's in the region. So for that, I repeated that same kind of visualization, right? Right. So and what we want to do is
Sorry, sir, I cannot remove that sales and put profit here. I don't know how you do it.
You can remove the sales and put profit there. You can remove the sales and put profit there.
I don't know how you do it, sir. I don't know how you do it.
You just drag the profit out. You just drag the sales out and put the profit there. Do you want to share your screen?
I try to drag it,
Hold on.
but
Do you want to share your screen? Who is that? Who am I speaking with?
Gbenga, sir, Gbenga.
Okay. Do you want to share your screen? Share your screen, please. Is anybody having the same problem Gbenga is having? No one. Okay. Gbenga, we're waiting for you. So I can see I put the makeover. So you can, Samuel, what you can do is put it in the Telegram chat.
I'll do that.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, you are working online, Benga. Benga, mute yourself and speak to me.
Hello, I'm with you, sir.
Are you working online?
Yes, I'm working online, sir.
There are some features that you might not see online, but let's see. Yeah, stop sharing again now. What's going on?
Okay. I'm going. Okay. This is sir.
Okay, so I want you to drag the sales out of that place. So click on the sales and drag it.
I've clicked on it now. It's not moving with the cursor.
No, not click once, click and drag.
It's the same thing I did, sir.
Okay.
Click on it, press and hold and drag it.
I press the same thing I've been moving it before, but I don't know what happened, what occurred on this now.
Okay, it's okay. So create a new sheet. What you can do is delete that sheet, delete it, and create a new sheet.
Okay, all right.
So just click on new sheet. Click on new sheet. Let's sort you out. New sheet. Now drag region to column. Region. Drag it to column. Region is above role ID. It's just under product name. Yeah, drag it to column. Okay. So now pick profit and put it on rows. Stop. Okay, now do the ascending or descending order. So we know that region is making the most amount of profit. So what you want to do is put profit on the color, on the color card, or the color marks card. Yeah. Some. You know what? Anytime you are clicking on this, the reason why it's taking you to this is because you are dragging the sign. Click on the profit itself rather than the sign beside it. Okay, click OK. Just click OK like this now. So it's here that's giving a color. You can edit the color, right? So what we also want to do is we want to have details. So hold on. We want to have details. So you can drag your profit and put it on label. Profit. Here, click on that, drag it, and put it on label. Still bringing that. So So okay. So it has put the cost of the. So you have to go through the editing process. The reason why I duplicated was because I did not want to edit and all those things again. So you have to edit this. So you can stop sharing now. This. You can stop sharing. Mega. Mega. Stop sharing, please. Thank you. So since we are all good, right? So yeah, so one more thing I did was before it was the profit it was the sales card that was on the marks here. So what I did was I put profit there. Then what I also do is I put profit on label so that we can know the profits, right? And I'll just do the normal editing that you guys just do the normal editing that we usually do, right? And you can edit the color, right? So rather than using this color, right? Rather than putting profit on color, I'll remove the profit from the color. I'll put not the profit. I'll put the region rather than the color, rather than the profits, the region, so that we can differentiate. What if I put profit on the color? What the profit is doing is letting me know. It's going to mark, okay, which one is making the most amount of profit based on that. But I want to be able to distinct like which region is what. So I'll use region or color. So yeah. So change the region, you can change the region or color. But the sum of profits, I put that on label so we can see. So we can just edit that like we usually do. We just click on this, we click on this, we go to format, we click on sum, and I did that as we usually do. Use 1,000, right? That's good. Remove this. I did that. I remove this profit down here, and I go to the max, and I just put fixed, and I put 100 rather. So we have something like this. Now for the next one, because we are dealing with West, right? So we know it's West. It's still the same West as here. But now it's per category, right? So I remove segments. I close this. I remove segments here. So what I put is category. But because we have done hierarchy for category, I'll just carry this product category and put it here. Because we have done hierarchy for category. So I will put the product, the category, because the category that I want, I put category on column. And I give it in an ascending order or descending order. So who understands the reason why I'm dragging product by category here? We did something like that in geographic when we are talking about the location, right? I drag the location. If you guys all remember, let us say this is the location now. If you guys all remember, when I used location, I dragged. I don't think I used it for this one. Okay, no, I didn't use it for this.
Location, country, state.
Yeah. So okay, I'll just show you something real. So if I put location here, right, and I just want to show us something quickly, and I put quantity. It shows. Let us say I put location. Okay, I'm not doing this right. So I put country here, and I click on this. I click on maps. Sorry, it's not working the way I'm thinking. Okay, yeah. So I put country here, right, and I put quantity here, right. So what it's giving me is because I put map there, what is giving me is, let me put table just.
To be dragged to the canvas.
So yeah, so what I want to see is I'm putting quantity on country. So it has put the country United States. And so, but if I click on the plus sign here, it breaks it down into states. And if I click on the plus sign on states, it breaks it down into what? Cities. And if I click the plus sign on cities, it breaks it down into postcode. No, it breaks it down into postcode, right? So different postcode, you can see different postcode, you can see the postcodes. So if I collapse this, it breaks that down. If I collapse this, it breaks it down. If I collapse this, it comes back to country. Do you understand the concept of hierarchy now?
Yeah.
So that's what you use hierarchy for. That's why you're doing the hierarchy, for that concept, right? So I'll just delete this. I just showed you that to understand the concept of the hierarchy. So what I did was I dragged the hierarchy to this place. So that easily for me, I can show subcategory easily. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll just go back. So I put category, but now we're not talking about we are not talking about sales now. We are talking about profit. So I'll bring in profit to the column, and I would give it the ascending order stuff, and I'll bring profit and I'll put it on label. So we have profit. So if I click on this, we can see profit per category, and if I close it, I can see profit per category. If I close it, I can see profit per subcategory. So from here, I can easily tell, okay, bookcase and machine is not doing well. Right? So I don't know if I'm too fast or something. You know, we have retained the region here. If, let's say, for example, we want to find out about, I edit my filter. Let's say, for example, I want to find out about central. I can edit my and close this one and say, okay. Also, what I can do is this. I can say show my filter. Right. So I have my filter here just by my side. So this is all. It's showing for all. So I can show my filter. Okay, what I want is just west. What I want is just east. So remove east. What I want is west. So you can see. Do you all understand?
Not
Guys,
at all, sir.
okay, I will go back. Let's go back and do it step by step. So we all understand what we mean when we are talking about because this is the last. This is actually the last thing that we're going to do today. I was thinking we have time though. I'm thinking maybe we should do dashboard, or I don't know, but let's see. So what we have, we understand the concept of hierarchy, right? We all understand that.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now I will close this hierarchy. So I'll come to this now. So you know I duplicated this, but now we are going to talk about region and profits, right? So what I did was I removed the sales from here, and I brought in what? Profits. Let's assume this was not here. So I brought in profit. So we have profit there. So we have profit there. So what I did, so we have profit here. So what I did now is on the roll, I want to have, what's it called? I want to have my product category. I put my product category there. Right. But product category by region. Right. So I did so because I want to know it by region. So I've included the region there. Because I want to know it by region. So the region is there. Right. Do we all understand it to this point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So because you need a region, you need a place, you need a region to sell a product. So whatever product you are selling must be in front of the region. Right. So yeah, but we are dealing with West, just West. It's West I want to know about because it's West that is what making the most profit. So it's West I want to know about. So we drag the region to the filter for West. So it has said, oh, what are we selecting? And we have now closed South, East, and Central, just like we did before. Are we all here?
Yes.
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 So we click on OK. So now we have that. I will say, let me arrange that in ascending order. So now, rather than this, I can click on this. I can right click on the. I can click on this and say show filter. If I click on it, I say show filter. It's showing the filter here on the right hand side. So with the filter, I can select the region I want. Let's assume that I want to see all. I can select all. It has shown me all. If I want just central, I can unselect them and select central. But we want west, it's west that we want, so I remove it. Even with this board, you can compare. You can say, okay, you can take do some comparison. I would have loved to show you something, but I won't. It's kind of like advanced. It's kind of like advanced. That's why I would not do that now. I'll just let me see if it works. Let me see. Hold on now. I need to check for something there. I need to check for something, but yeah, it's something that we are still going to look at in class. So there's a way that you can compare. You can superimpose this thing on one another and compare, right? So, but what is important is understanding that we are from this profit per region. What we are dealing with is profit, the most amount of profit, according to our story. Because what we are doing is we are following this story. So we are saying the region that is making the most profit. Now, what is the region making the most profit? West. Now, let us look further into West. This is West per category. So we have some profit, we have the region, and we have the category. But now we have decided to filter and use just West. Not all, just West. So if you want to, similarly, others here, similarly in this place too, you can decide to click on this and show the filter. You can also show it where you have all region, and you can make it just west. But there's something missing here. Region is supposed to be here also. But I think we included it that time. We did, yeah.
It's showing segment, not category.
What? You said what?
I think it's showing segment, not category.
Segment, yeah. Yeah, I know this one is showing segment. This is for sales. This was what we did earlier on. I'm just showing us.
Okay.
this is what we did earlier on. I was just showing us this. So we had something like this earlier on. So so this one we had something like this earlier on for region, for sales. You know, it's the same thing. What I just did was I just copied, I just duplicated it. I don't know if we all understand what I'm showing us.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, we had West. You know, when we did the sales, we had all these regions. It was showing just like the example that everybody was showing us in their work. But we went to break it down that we only want West to show. We can allow everything show, but we only want West. We only want West. So that's why it's just West that is showing. Similarly, in this case too, we can allow everything show, but all we want is just West. Right? Now, to answer the last question, all you just need to do is what? Click on this. And it brings out the remaining. You can have this visualization in different modes, right? We can have it in this, but it's just more, visual, when it comes to the visuals, it's better this way. Because it's easily readable this way. So I don't know if anybody has any question from what we have done so far. I want to believe I've answered all these our stories now. All the 5 stories. So do we have any question? Guys. Guys. Question, please. So I want to believe that we all understand what's going on.
Yes. I just wanted to make like a contribution or observation. So remember when I was saying I couldn't take my the figure up? Apparently it was because my range, I stopped it at 300, and then the highest figure was 360 something. So that's why it couldn't go like above. So because there was no like enough space since it ended, my axis ended at 300.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means what you did was, if I would get you right, when you let me remove this so I don't want to have that. Yeah, I want it to let me just
Yeah, we could use anyone. We could use any of these as example.
Yeah. So yeah, I know. I just want to first do this first. Yeah. So yeah. So so what you did was this: you did edit axis, right? So rather so you fixed your range at something here. I don't know. Yeah. So you fixed your range here. So yeah. So of course, if you fix your range here, it will affect
Let's
your
say if you
visualization.
do 600, as this is 725, it's going to affect.
It's going to affect it. Yeah. So yeah, she understands. So yeah. So but what I was showing here is the interval of the mark. Like the interval of every mark. If I change this interval to, let's say, 250, you can see what it has done. 250, 500, 750.
Oh, okay. It wasn't general. It was trick mark.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what that's what I did.
All right. Thank you.
So who else has any question, any observation? Okay, so let's see if we can create a dashboard. We have 10 minutes left. We don't have that time. Yeah. Or what? Yeah, I can show you what a dashboard looks like, and then maybe you guys can, come up with something based on our visualization, right? So what I can do is I can, so when you want to create a visualization, the visualization dashboard is the second one. So you have this one is for the worksheet, then this is dashboard, then this is story. So the worksheet is to create a visualization. The dashboard is to bring visualization that tells a story together. The last one is to bring the story, new story. The story is to bring series of dashboards together, telling a story, a series of story, right? Let's say, for example, I want to start with, this company, the overview of this company is this. Now I can start my story with a dashboard talking about the overview. Like, this year we made this amount of profit, we made this amount of sales, this is our profit margin. This is the region that we are selling. These are the regions that we are selling things. That could be the first story. The next story could now look further. This is the place where we are making the most profit. This is the place where we are making the most sales. Maybe the next story can now come and tell us, okay, this is where we are losing money. These are the products that are losing money. This is why we are losing money. Now, this visualization, if we look further into it, maybe we'll look further into it. Maybe we'll do that. Or I'll give that as a tax. I think I'll give that as a tax today. So if we look at our visualization, I'll give that as a task today, and I would look at the dashboard tomorrow. I'm sorry, the next class, and I'll give that as a task, and we'll look at that as a task. That task I'm giving you, we'll look at it, and we'll build a dashboard, and then we'll do those two things. So what task I'll be giving you is this. Now, you see all these products that maybe their sales are minus. I want us to go and find out why. I'll just give us an hint now, for example. Let's assume I put discount here. You can see I put discount there in front of the profit. Why is discount showing exactly the same thing? Coming, let me. Oh, this is weird. Oh. So okay, yeah, I see what is happening. So for us to know discount is definitely going to be a calculation field. So we have to create a calculation field. So what's happening is that a discount is a percentage of the sales, right? Like the cost, the percentage of the cost price of whatever you have bought. So if you look at this stuff now, the bookcases, this is the amount now. This is the discount, right? So 0%, zero, of course. So that means what is happening is that there's no, they are not giving discount on bookcases. They are not giving discount on on chair sold to a particular customer, sold to this customer, clear goods. So so they have not sold discount, but there are some that same bookcase, maybe, or the same chair, they sell to some other people, and they sold to this person, right? And there is discount. So for us to do that, we have to do calculation field, and I've not taught that yet. The calculation field is something that we have to look at too. Because let us say I want to calculate. We say discount. I'm just showing you this discount calculation. And I say, what do you want to know from discount? So we want to say discount. The discount calculation is equal to, right? Is equal to discount times what? Discount times what? Sales. And okay, that is discount calculation. So I want to believe that should give me. Why is it doing this? Let me create and see what's going on exactly. So I have products. So I have let's see, I have product name. They are too much. So let's use categories. Let's say I have product category, and I have discounts. So it's saying that. So okay, because I'm trying to see what's actually going on. Let me duplicate this and bring in sales. Obviously, they are not the same thing. I don't know why it is doing what it's doing, because we can see that this is sales down here. It's 800, and the discount is 120. So let me do this. Well, I don't know what's happening in that place, right? I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Yeah, so so if I place this here, it's not supposed to give me a duplicate of what is happening. You can see the discount calculation, right? The discount calculation, according to this, is saying is 12. Yeah, the profit is 16K. Total sales. Why is it showing total sales? So I'll put profits here, right? And we have categories, and we have the region, filter, and we want just West, and we apply it. We say okay, look, yeah, so we apply it, then we show it on the filter. Then we want sales, the category to be in column marks, right? And we want it to show us in that area. So what we have is this. So if I bring discount, right? Discount calculated in front. So this shows me discount. So I do both of them. Okay, so now, so we can see that in this one, like from what we are looking at, furniture, you can see the discount in furniture. The discount of furniture is about, I don't know what's happening. Something is happening. Maybe it's the way I set my stuff up. I don't know, really know. Or maybe because I did those duplicate and the thing kind of kept it in the data. I don't know. Because there's no, I don't know why it's showing sales in that place. It shouldn't be showing sales. So so we have the office supply and we have the office supply for discounts. So we have calculated the discount. This is total amount of discount given for this category, right? So for office supply, we have the sales and we have the profit and we see the discount. We see for technology, we see the profit, we see the discount. But we see for furniture, see the discount that they are giving and see the profit they are making. So they are giving a lot of discounts and making less. So we can see that the profit problem is from the discount. But of course, I've not taught you this discount calculation and I've not taught you how to calculate field. So I won't say you should go and do it, right? But I will show you that in the next class, right? I will show you in depth and we'll look at that. When we look at that, then we can now build a visualization that tells a story of this company, their overview, their profit and all those things. We look at it one by one. Then you can now, okay, you can maybe say for your next demo, you can show a story that you can tell a story using these data sets in the way that you want to. Because now I read that you guys are going to be presenting individually, right, for the next demo. Am I correct? Can someone come off mute and tell me, am I correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so you can tell the story by yourself here. So I would what I would do is I'll hold on to this and I just showed you like a further insight that you can do, right? It's like a further insight that you can do. What I will show you exactly is you can dual this, right? I can dual this axis, right? I'm not supposed to, this is kind of like advanced, basically, but not really advanced, right? But I can play along with the line. See, you can see this line. This line tells you which one is profit. Profit is the bar right here. So the profit is the bar. So this one that is standing here is the discount. So it's telling us right like now, the discount is highest where the profit is lowest. So I have a line. This does not show it properly. So let's see if we do this way. So okay, let's do this way. Let me use that. Let me just use this here. So now we see that the discount is lowest at this point, but it's highest at this point. So you can see a pattern to this. So on the discount is highest at almost 40K, and furniture is losing money. So if this discount was not given to furniture, the income, what do you call it? The profit of furniture might have increased to like say 40K. Because it's like 10 years. So let us say maybe like 30K was given back to, it wasn't given as discount. This profit would have gone up and the company would have made more money. Right. So this discount could be as a result of some campaign that that the company or some of the initiative that okay, let us do campaign that if you buy one chair, you get something free, or you understand. So it's kind of like one campaign that they did that led to this would I say wrong business decision that made them lose money, right? So these are the things that you'll be doing with Tableau, right? So it's like I said, you guys all of you that came up with a visualization you tried based on what you have seen so far in class. But I would love it if you go out to look for more information on your own. and see how people are, there are a lot of videos on YouTube that you can see and see how people are building visualization and how they are bringing out insight from visualizations. You can, bring it and, to class, and then from there, I will also show you what I know, right? You learn and you learn what I know too, right? And you become better, even, you become better. So it's good to try these things on your own, not just wait for me to come and teach you on like, oh, I'm coming to teach you. This is it's not this is it's an internship, right? It's an internship. If you are working in a company, of course, they'll teach you, you have classes, but still you have to do like some private learning on your own to be, to be one of the best, right? So so it's important, and it's something that I did myself. I always, I would always, go outside of the class to go and learn, to keep learning, to keep learning, to keep learning, and that's how I learned like some of the things I know. So so that said, do you all understand what we have learned today? Can someone please? I know we have overspent like we have spent more than the amount of time we should spend. We have spent like 6 minutes more. But yeah.
Well, anyway,
Yes.
for me,
Yeah.
last week we don't have the Tableau. But I've gone through the videos for last week and I can see far better. And for what you've done today and what I've learned so far, I can say precisely that I'm far better than last week, and I've learned more today. So, like you said, just build on what you've learned and go and see some videos online and all that.
I like that spirit. That's
Then,
good.
if I may ask, why do we have lectures once a week?
If I teach you more than this if I teach you all these things, like I keep coming every day teaching you, it will be overswam. I can't, if I keep teaching you, you'll be overswam. I teach you up to the point where you get to advanced, then you don't understand anything. I start giving you formulas. You won't understand the formula. So it's going to be like we are just playing around in class. In fact, some people run away. That's the truth. But if I give it to you gradually this way, gradually, then you understand better, right? At first, you first thought nobody knew that you could put one on top of one another. But now we are dualizing the axis and putting a bar on a line or a line on a bar just to show some visualization, just to show some trend. We can still do some further things. We can, you can show all these, show trend lines and things like that. Though of course that won't work for this case, but you can show trend line. You can do so many things. Trend line that you use in for those that use what they call this SPSS. And sometimes you can show trend line on Excel. So where you have formulas, you have value and things like that. You can do that on Tableau too. So so we can do all those things. So and don't forget, once you are done, the next thing you're going to do is save. So you click on file. Yeah.
How do we do that?
You click on file and you say save as. Because me, I'm already, I'll just save it on this. Because me, I'm already on Tableau. Like I already signed in. If you see, but if you look at the lower bottom, you can see my full name there. I'm already signed in on Tableau, so it will save directly on. It will just go there to save. But because I don't know if you are connected. Maybe you went through the see. It has gone to publish the work, right? You can see it has gone to publish the work. Can you see? Right. So let me what do I do? Let me minimize this.
Sorry.
For those with existing tablet, oh sorry.
It will save. It will save. It will save on your tablet public.
Oh.
Still the same one. So far you signed into it. And if you
So
loaded,
you created a new sheets. You created a new work.
Yeah, it will save it on it. Only if you want to go and save on, only you want to save as another thing. You know,
Oh, okay. So it automatically saves.
Yeah, no, it doesn't automatically save. You have to click on save. So you see now, I went to save as. You know, I saved. If you remember the last class, I saved it as sample. So if for example, I just finished working, I click on save, it will save on that. But let's assume that I don't want it to save on the old file. Then I'll click on save as and rename this one. So I have another name. But if I want to keep working, if I want to build on what I've done before, I'll just click on save and it will save on that. Just like normal, you know how you work normally, your normal works like normal, like your normal what do you call it? Word. See word. Now if I go here, I say save. It will save what I've done. But if I save as, it will ask me to come and put a name. You understand? So it's the same thing.
Yes, thank you.
So it's the same thing. So I want to believe that we have completed our stories for the
Sorry, Ayo.
yeah.
Okay, so when you save as and it goes to the workbook, so when you want to, like, we have another class, how do we retrieve it?
When you no when you say I would advise you to for now save on what you have done before, because we built on what we have done before and we have not finished. We are still going to work. We are still going to find out some more insight about this work. We want to know, oh, why is there low sales here? Why is the because I talked about discount. So we want to find out more about discount. So when we find out more about discount, we will now build a visualization. That will now be a complete work. So save, don't save as. And the way to reach, let me just show you something. If I close now, if I close this work, I've saved, right? So I close it now. If I click on open, I just say open from Tableau Public. If I was signed out, if you remember at the beginning, I had to first sign in. When I signed in, it brought out this interface. If you all remember.
Yeah.
So if I do this, if I come to manage my profile, okay, no, don't let me do that. So don't let me do that. Let's say I come here, I say open from Tableau, because I'm already signed in, it opens Tableau, right? And I click on the sales. So I click on sample, the one I've done, the one I did recently, see 3 minutes ago. I click on that, I say open it. It goes there to open what we just did now. So it goes there to open what I just did now. So you see, I just continue on the building the visualization we were building before. The things that we have done before, I just keep building on it. We started with profit per region. We did profit per region. We used another type of visualization. We did geographical. We did another type of visualization. We went to sales per region. We went to sales per most sales per segment. We went to profit per region. Most profit per that was one I said will add a glitch. Most profit per region, which I said that there was a mistake. So I will just quickly create that now again. The one I did, so I'll just save on top of it. So it said profit per category. So I put the category here. I put the profit up there. Then what did you want to know? Yeah, profit per category. That's what we wanted to know. And I bring the profit category, put it on the max, right? Says it. And then what else do? I will name this most profit per Okay, so what I did was region with most profit per category. So I said region with most profit per category, right? So we want to know the region. So we go to region because this is general. So I said I put region on the filter. Then from the region we can pick. We said this west that we want. So we pick on west. We close it. So west, we say we want west to show there. So it shows the filter. So west is showing. So if you want to now know profit per category in order listing, this is it. So now we can see it's showing profit. So I think if I put the discount on it now, it will behave like a normal thing. Before it was behaving like it was misbehaving before. So if I on this, because there are two, you can see that it has created two stuff for us. So the first one, that's for profit. I can bring in profit. I'm just giving an extra class because I'm going to teach this later. So this is profit. If I bring in profit, I put it on where was it? I bring in profit, I put it on label. Tells us the profit label. This is the other one. So for the other one, I bring in discounts calculation. I put it on label. It shows that. So what I can do is I can make this first one. I can make it a line. So I can do this. I can make this a line, right? You can see it's a line now. I can now decide that I want to superimpose them on one another. Because that one, I don't know why I did that, but I'll just change it back. I change the first one, that's sum of profit. I change that to a bar. So we can see how this discount is playing, what do you call it? Prank on how it's playing. So we are seeing that here, in fact, share has the most amount of discount. And you see where the profit that share is making. But if we make it in the other diagram, it should show. But this is not for the story that we did today. This is not our discussion, right? For the story that we did today, let me undo all this. For the story that we did today, we are not doing dual. I was just showing you what it will look like, what we are going to do further. So this is what we did for today. This is the story for today. Let me further remove all this that I've done. Let me remove this. That. So what we did, what I was supposed to do is show you dashboard. So for today's story, what we have done is profit per region. We have done most, region with most profit per category. Now, like I said, this one can also serve as I can duplicate this and say I name this one subcategory. So the one that is subcategory, I'll just expand it. So now we have the one subcategory. Just to give it a little light, I can just put that stuff. Then I can go here. I put the label. Where is profits? I put it on label, so I can give it. What we have been giving it since the label format that I've been giving it since. Go there, go into this. Remove the decimal. Give it. Give it. Make it in thousands, so it's not too much, and we are good. That's fine. Can also edit this like we have been doing. Edit this. Why is it not showing? Okay. This we can change it. You can make the interval fixed. You can make it at 20 rather than 10. I can remove this profit. I'll just close this. I can even decide to remove it totally because really it's not needed. This speaks for itself, right? So you can go to the other one. Remove this totally. Speaks for
Sorry.
itself. Then just edit here. I'm listening to you. You said
Okay. Are you going to, have you taught the discount calculation already? Because I didn't get it, or you're
no,
going to do
I've
it
not
in
no,
next
I've
week?
not taught it. I was just showing you. I was saying that I was saying that you guys should go and find out why this one is minus. But for those ones that, you know, I've already I kind of like showed it in class. I've already like showed it in class. And you have the video. We are still recording. We have the video. You can look at it. I've not taught it. I'll still look at it next class. But it's just a peek of what we are going to do in the next class. So you can, on your own, go and find out more about dual axis, how you can use it, how you can manipulate your data with it. Right. So it's how you can do calculation field. I showed a little about calculation field. You know, you right click here, you click on create calculated field, or better still, you go to the top here, the drop down, this drop down here, and you click on what calculation field. You can create so many things that you can do. Yeah, so so many things that you can do there. Right. So yeah, so this is like just this is what this is our story. Our story is profit per region, profit by region, yeah. Sales by geographical location, sales by geographical location, sales per region. Region with most sales per segment, profit per region. Region with most profit per category, region with most profit per subcategory. That is our story so far that I have given you. So for the next class, I will send in the story. We want to find out why they are losing money, where they are losing money, why the profits are low, where their profits are low, why they are not making money. Why is fastener? Why is fastener zero? You know, we want to find out all these points where we are seeing problems, because this is problem for salespeople, for people that are trying to make profit. So this is problem. So I don't overshoot. This is what we have completed our story. If you have any, so I would stop recording now. If you have any question, I'll stop recording. If you have any question,